So here is our last Shapegram tutorial. This is the balloon animal. I have it classified as hard because it is a little bit difficult. It takes a little bit of knowledge on how to use all the shortcuts and shapes of Google Slides. So I'm just going to jump right in. Here we go. I'm going to go up to the shape tool, and the shape that I'm looking for is all the way down the bottom here. It's called the flowchart delay shape. It's kind of a half-rounded rectangle. I'm going to draw it on my space here, and I'm going to rotate it so that it is vertical. All right, so that rounded piece is at the top. I'm going to change its border color to transparent so it doesn't have an outline. I'm going to Control C and V that shape so I get the exact same shape. And then I'm going to rotate it around so the rounded part is at the bottom. And I'm going to put one right on top of the other so they're overlapping so that we have these two rounded shapes that make a nice long oval. Now I'm going to hold shift as I select both of those pieces, and I'm going to use the arrange and group. And that's going to hold those two pieces together so that I can move them around and they won't fly apart. I'm going to fill it with the color black because I want a nice dark black outline. Now, I'm going to Control C and Control V that black oval again. This time, I'm going to change it to the color that I want to make my balloon. I'm going to make a red balloon animal this time. And I'm going to shrink it down just a little tiny bit because what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be putting one oval inside the other. Now, this didn't work out quite exactly as I wanted to, so I'm going to select around it. I'm going to make sure it is grouped. Yep, it is grouped. I'm going to move it right over on top of my black one, and I'm going to go ahead and shrink it down a little tiny bit so that when I place it in the center of my black oval, it looks like it has an outline around it, just like that. All right. Now when I select both pieces, so I'm going to select one, I'm going to hold shift, and I'm going to select the next one, or I can even just use my arrow and select around everything so that it selects. I'm going to make sure I group it together. Now, I am going to need a couple of these dark red ovals. If I look at my balloon animal, I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So I'm going to Control C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to separate them apart. I'm going to take one of my red balloons and I'm going to ungroup it for just a minute. Why am I going to ungroup it? Because I'm going to change that red to a lighter red. Just like that. And then I'm going to regroup it again. And I look at my balloon animal and I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lighter ones. So Control C, V, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Just going to kind of move them around. I can even put them off to the side on my Google slide just to let them hang out there while I'm working. Okay, let's start building this balloon animal. So we have one front leg, and I'm going to rotate it so it's a little tilted, and I'm going to make it a bit smaller. There we go. I'm going to Control C and V that one because I want it to be the same for the one in the back. Okay, so we have two front legs. Now we're going to take our darker rectangles here, our darker ovals, and I'm going to fly it down, and I'm going to try and make it a similar size, about the same size. And I have to put this darker one behind the lighter pink one. And it is going behind it. Lucky me. Now sometimes what you have to do is you have to go to arrange, order, and then send it to the back. Sometimes you do have to do that. I'm going to copy, Control C and Control V that rectangle. That didn't do exactly what I wanted it to do. Is I'm going to put this one over here so that it looks like it's behind that pink one. Now it's not going behind, it's in front, so I have to arrange, order, and send it to the back. Here we go. Put that up a little higher. All right. Now we're ready to put our body on. So I'm going to take one of my lighter pink ovals. I'm going to turn it so it's sideways. And it needs to be kind of big. So I'm going to go ahead and stretch it so it's kind of big. And it looks like it's landing behind those lighter pink ovals, but it's in front of the darker red ones. So awesome. Need to do my neck. So my neck's going to come right up here. Now my neck, it went behind my pink body. I want it in front, so I'm going to arrange, order, and click it to bring it forward. Alrighty. I'm going to make it go down a little bit. I want it to look more like my creature on the left. Oh, didn't grab everything. Thank you. Undo and redo. Here we go. All right. Time to do his little face. Now, I'm running out of room over here, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to select around all the things that I've done, and I'm just going to move him over a little bit. Of course, Google Slides is being a little bit weird today. There we go. I'm just going to use my button keys. All right, let's put his little head on. I'm going to grab one of these lighter pink ones, fly it on over, rotate it around, make it look like he's looking up. Maybe it's a she or a they, I don't know. Here we go. Make it a little shorter for that face. And now it's time to do ears and a tail. So we need one of these darker red ones. I'm going to shrink it on down, make it a bit smaller. Give it its cute little tail. And oh, awesome. It went right behind its body. That's exactly what I wanted it to do. And let's take this pink one and give it an ear. And then make it smaller. Now I want that pink one in front. So I'm going to have to go to Arrange and bring it forward. Let me try that again. I have to go to Arrange and bring it to the front. There it goes. Pops it right in front. And then I'm going to use this last red piece to do his other little ear. On the back. And it went right in place just like I wanted it to. I think I might make my balloon nose a little longer. Now, how did I make those really awesome kind of balloon ends for the nose and the point of the tail? I'm going to show you in just a second, but before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and arrange and group everything together so that I can move my little balloon animal around however I need to. To do those little balloon ends, if you go to the shape tools, you're going to find, let me see where that shape is, this shape right here. It is, what is it called? The trapezoid. I'm going to go ahead and draw me a little trapezoid. I'm going to bucket fill it with that kind of pink color. And I'm also going to make sure it has a black outline. And I just have to twist and turn it into place so that the smaller part would be facing the balloon, the rounded end of the balloon, And I do want to send that to the back. I want it behind my balloon head. So send it to the back. Okay. And I can also Control C and Control V that same shape and twist and turn it around for his little tail. My balloon animal's little tail. Of course, Google Slides on occasion does act a little weird. And there we go. Just wanted to twist it and turn it so it is in the right space. And then I'm going to just go around and make sure that that little piece goes behind his tail balloon. And I'm going to go ahead and arrange it and group it together. Now you're looking at my example. How did I do those little highlights on it? Well, that's really easy to do. You can use the line tool to create some straight lines, and you just change them to white. So you get those nice highlight shiny parts. You can even use a little circle to make it look like it's got a highlighted shiny part. Although if you are using a circle, make sure the outline isn't showing. So just by making some lines and circles, you can merely make some really cool looking highlights for your balloon animal. Don't forget, you do want to create a background with your balloon animal. Put your balloon animal in a little bit of setting. And that is why it is super important when you are done to make sure that you do the arrange and grouping so that all of your pieces stay together, so that when you move your balloon animal around in its environment, you're making a little background, all your pieces do not fly apart. All right, just going to select around my balloon animal, arrange and group everything, and my balloon animal will stay in place. And that's awesome. And I'm ready to go ahead and make a background. That's how you make a balloon animal using Google Slides and Just Shapes.